Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be going over ColourPop's new Valentine's Day collection, which should be launching on ColourPop Thursday. ColourPop usually has a new launch on their site every Thursday, so if you are watching this on Wednesday, it will be tomorrow. And this is pretty cute. This is a pretty big collection as well, so there is a lot of stuff to go over, so let's go ahead and get into it. Starting with the eyeshadow palette, so they are coming out with this Flirty Talk pressed powder palette. Now they did do a Valentine's Day collection last year. The palette I feel like is kind of similar. I mean, what else can you do with a Valentine's Day palette? But this one kind of looks more like a little journal, and then you open it up and you have your shades. Now I do like this palette a little bit better than last year's because I feel like this one has more variety, and last year's looked really red on me. It kind of had more of these darker tones, while this new palette has more lighter tones in it as well, and some lighter pinks to kind of brighten things up. So I actually feel like I'm gonna get a lot more use out of this year's palette, but if you do have last year's, you might not need this one. I will go ahead and insert these swatches for you. It's swatched beautifully. There is a mixture of mattes and shimmers. There is one like Super Shock shade, and there is one little glitter in there as well. This is going to retail for $18, and my code does work again. I know they had some issues with the influencer codes at the beginning of the year, but you can use my code 5LeahJanae to save $5 off on this collection. I don't think this one will be coming to Ulta. I could be wrong, but I haven't heard anything about it. Also in this collection, we have these cute little heart stamps. I do have one on today. They haven't done, I don't think, the stamps for a while since one of the Hocus Pocus collabs. They did like a little spider one, but they have a red and a pink heart stamp. So you kind of just press it on like so. And they actually do stain a little bit. You can see this one left over from when I was making my Instagram reel. But they are pretty cute. But yeah, they have a red and a pink one for Valentine's Day. Now they're also coming out with more heart blushes. These are such a commodity from ColourPop. It's a lot of people's favorites because they have the cutest packaging, and they did make some new colors for the collection. So this first color is Sweetheart, and it looks like this. It is kind of a mid-tone pink. Here is a swatch. We do have this more lavender toned pink, and this is Cupid's Bow. That one's going to be super bright on the cheeks, very light toned. Next we have this bright pink one. This is Hot to Touch, which is like your typical trending baby doll pink. I wonder how similar this will be to the Dior blush. So we have 3 pinks for the blushes, and then we have one random like coral color. This is called Woo Me, and it is just a little bit brighter than the other ones, but it is a pretty shade because it does have some more pigment to it. So those are the blush tones. Now what's really exciting is this year we also got little heart pressed highlighters, and these are stunning. So highlighters have been very trendy this year, and ColourPop, they're always on the ball with the collection. Since they make all their stuff in-house, they can get stuff out really fast. And I know highlighters kind of always been a thing, but I feel like in the last few years it hasn't been as popular as like the boom it had in like 2016 2015 YouTube era, but now it's kind of making a comeback again. So this first highlighter is called Making Memories, and this is my favorite one because it is just so beaming and gorgeous. Very metallic pearl. This next one is called You're Glowing. It has a little bit more champagne tones to it. I find this one to be a bit more natural on the skin. We do have a little bit more colorful ones too. This one is Love Struck. It has a pink tone. We also have a fun lavender. This is called In My Feels. And lastly is this peachy one called Heart of Gold. Now, as far as I can tell, I don't think these highlighters have any glitter to them. They just seem more on the metallic side, but the first one is definitely the most beaming. The other ones don't seem to have as much shine. Now we also have 3 new glowing lips in this collection. This is my favorite formula, and these have cute little hearts on the caps. The shades we got here are called Tickled Pink, which is like your bubblegum pinky color. You have a more neutral kind of mauve-y pink. This one is Candy Kisses. This one's my personal favorite. And we also have this one, which is called Red Hot. It's not really a red color on the lips, but it does have red packaging, but it's definitely more of a berry when you swatch it. So those are the new glowing lip colors. We also have this cute little cherry bomb set from 4th Ray Beauty, which is ColourPop's more skincare line. And this is a little lip set, and it has a scrub and a lip balm. So these are scented. They do have the cute little cherry heart packaging. They do, to me, smell super fruity, not necessarily like a cherry. It kind of almost just smells like a berry scent. I don't know, just a basic berry. This is kind of what the scrub looks like. I like that it's in this like balm form, so you can just twist it up and put it on. And then the lip balm, this does not actually really have a color to it when you put it on. It just gives more of a moisturized feel. And then lastly, they also included this cute little keychain as well. It just says, "Talk Flirty to Me." I don't know if that's going to be on the website or if maybe these will be included if you get the whole kit, the big PR box. Maybe you'll get this as well, but just a little keychain they had as an extra this year, which they haven't really done those fun extras in a while, so that's cool to see. But yeah, that's a look at the collection. I am going to go ahead and show you guys how we did this look and just kind of give my overall first impressions of the product. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay guys, so for the first thing, I do want to try out the lip balm in the lip scrub. I thought we would do that before I do my eyes. So I'll start with the like cherry lip scrub. This actually kind of smells almost strawberry-like to me. It smells like strawberry gummies, but I love the texture. It's pretty gritty, and I'm assuming you can just lick it off because it does taste, it tastes sugary. But maybe you don't want to do that because it does leave behind a little bit of a waxy kind of residue in there. So maybe don't lick it off, maybe just wipe it off instead. And then we'll take the lip balm on top. This doesn't really have any real color to it, but smells good, makes the lips feel nice. So now our lips are nice and moisturized. Let's move on to the eyes. So we're gonna start in the crease. I'm gonna take Talk to Me, this like bubblegummy pink, and just do that all up in the crease area. We'll deepen it up just a bit with this kind of raspberry shade. This is Your Fave. I just took a little bit of that because these colors are really pigmented. Really impressed with these shades so far. They are just very strong. I love a good pigmented, colorful shadow, so this is amazing. Okay, let's do the Lil Red Dress, this bright red here in the palette. I did switch to a larger fluffy brush to blend this out. I am going to take this darker raspberry called Heart Emoji on the lower lash line. I did just wet this down with a little bit of spray just because I find when I use some of the ColourPop shadows on the waterline, they can be a little bit messy and powdery. So this just helps them stick a little bit more. Next, we're going to go in with this glitter because this was amazing in the swatch, the Be Mine glitter. ColourPop did improve their glitter and they're not as chunky. I believe they are now eye safe. So I am just kind of tapping this in. I am going to use this bright kind of glittery white. It's called On Your Mind in the inner corner. Again, I'm going to spray that a little bit with my brush so it sits on the brush okay. And we'll place this in the inner corner. This swatch is so good. It's a really gorgeous white with just a hint of glitter to it. But I am going to throw some white liner in the waterline. And of course I need to clean up with some concealer, but honestly it's not too messy, so it looks pretty good. Forgot I wanted to dust some of that white just very lightly under the brow as well to lift that too. I will go ahead and do the pink heart face stamp. I'm just gonna do one, I think, on the face. Let's see what side. Hopefully this will look okay and not odd. Let's do it a little bit underneath the eye here. Okay, so I think that's good. Okay, for blush, I want to try out the bright pink blush and see how this is on the skin, because pink blush has been the trend lately. I'm gonna pack quite a bit on my brush just because I know these are pretty light. I mean, it's light, but it's buildable. Cute color. I like the brightness. I am just powdering everything down. And then we'll try out the highlighters, which I know a lot of you guys are excited about. So the highlighter that I am most excited for is the like pearly one. This is Making Memories. When I swatched this one, I just knew I was going to love it. It's very icy, beaming, really stunning. Okay, I am just going to apply a little bit of lip liner. And then I'm using the Glowing Lip in the shade Candy Kisses. This was my favorite one I swatched. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty color. Okay, guys, here is the look testing out the ColourPop Valentine's Day collection. Let me go ahead and get into my final thoughts. So for my final thoughts here, I am really impressed with this collection. I think they even did better than last year for me. As far as the palette goes, I love the quality of this one. Those mattes were so pigmented, and I decluttered last year's Valentine's Day palette. It was called the Secret Admirer palette, but I just was never getting use out of it because the tones were so dark. I like that this one adds in some lighter tones, a little bit more lighter pinks, and that fun glitter. You get a nice Super Shock in here. It just is a lot brighter and more wearable for me. So I actually prefer this one over last year's, and I think the quality is amazing on this one. So I fully recommend. But if you do have last year's palette, you may not feel like you need this one. As far as these little heart stamps go, they are really cute, but in actuality, are you really gonna wear these? I mean, I think they're fun. If you do like more of those creative details, then this could be fun to play with. It's not really something I do a lot. I'm probably just gonna use it for the video, and maybe for Valentine's Day is when I would pull these out, but it's just not something I really gravitate towards. So if it was me, I would be passing on them, but that's for you to decide if you use these kind of things or not in your daily makeup routine. Now, I love the little heart blushes. These are just so cute. I'm wondering if they're gonna have like a whole set. I really don't feel like you need all the pink ones though. If you're gonna pick a pink, I would say go for the Hot to Touch that we used today. The other two were pretty light, and I just don't think they're gonna show up on every skin tone. So this is gonna be the one to have, I think. And also the Woo Me, this one shows up brighter too. So this is a nice one for all different skin tones. So these are my two blush picks. As for highlighter, this is the must-have for me, the standout, which is the Making Memories. This one just packed so much punch to it. I thought it was beautiful swatch. The other ones just seem a little bit lackluster compared to this pearly shade. But if you do want something just a little bit more natural in the skin, maybe give the Your Glowing one a shot. But this one is definitely my must-have of the collection. I also love this lip color that we used today, and this is going to be my pick as well. This is the Candy Kisses color. I just love the formula of these. They're so glossy, and this is a nice everyday kind of rosy pink. And as far as the little lip balm and scrub set goes, I don't know if this is a must-have for me. I'm kind of a lip balm connoisseur, so I feel like I'm really picky when it comes to lip balms and what I want. I didn't think it was moisturizing enough, but it was nice, and it's a cute little set. And the scrub was fine as well. I didn't love the residue it left over. It kind of gave more of a waxy feel, but I guess it does keep the lips a little bit more hydrated and not feeling as dry. But they do smell good, and I do really like this cute packaging. So I don't know on that one. It's kind of a maybe for me. I just don't know if it's a must-have. But yeah, I guess that kind of sums everything up here. Let me know your thoughts on this collection. Will you be picking anything up? I'm really impressed with a lot of these products, and I think a few of these are going to become staples in my kind of everyday makeup routine. Really love how everything came together. I'll have the link down below if you guys want to come back and shop tomorrow when it launches. They always launch at 10 a.m. PST. If you're in the Midwest, that's going to be 12 noon, 12 p.m. I'm also going to do a community post when it's available for you guys as well, just as a little reminder too, with the links and everything. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.